but I just can't even believe.
All right, 600 or 1600.
You don't see this in a commercial jet. You know what I mean? You don't see this in any kind of jet. This is the premier airplane for island hopping, which we're going to keep doing. Stick around, there's more action coming.
All-deck range active, service to 10,000.
I didn't get any of that.
UTC. Red information, wind 14012 knots, peak wind 17 knots.
Okay, do we need that? Last notch of flaps?
Yep.
500.
Check.
And is that our minimum?
Autopilot off. That's done. Probably pull the power back about 25%.
Minimums.
Check. Why get off here?
Is that blowing us?
Yep.
Altitude.
Get ready to enter the Thrive Time Show.
We started from the bottom, now we hit. We started from the bottom and we'll show you how to get here. Started from the bottom, now we hit. We started from the bottom, now we hit.
We started from the bottom, now we're on the top. Teaching you the systems to get what we got. Colin Dixon's on the hooks, I break down the books. Z's bringing some wisdom and the good looks. As the father of five, that's why I'm alive. So if you see my wife and kids, please tell them hi. It's the C&Z up on your radio. And now 3, 2, 1, here we go.
We started from the bottom, now we hit. We started from the bottom and we'll show you how to get.
Yeah.
One of the biggest things we picked up when we picked up the Thrive 15 team was an entire team. You want an SEO guy that knows things about search engine optimization? Got it. You got a website guy that's built big websites like Garth Brooks' website? Awesome, we have it. He's coming in. If I had to pay for that on my own, outside of Thrive 15, there's just no way. For us, one of our most immediate needs when I got connected with Clay was technology. We had a website, but I had a website in Tulsa. Our other partner had a website in Colorado. They did everything from doing a drone video where they flew over all of our markets with a drone. They integrated that into our site. They built every single thing that I think of, they do. We do a podcast. If I was gonna produce my own podcast, that alone, just that alone would be what I pay Thrive, just for that. But then if you add the fact that if I need a business card design, if I need a website build, if I need this, if I need that, I know what I would pay for that. If I had to go a la carte, I feel guilty sometimes, like I don't probably write a big enough check for the value that I get. I think there's a lot of entrepreneurs that have ideas what they want to do with their business and how they want to grow and what market they want to be in and how they can increase production and do all this. But it's not about having 4,000 ideas. It's about having 12 and executing them 4,000 times. That's the trick, in my opinion, and that's where Thrive's value comes in. I feel like I have my own staff, my own 20-person team that when I need something, I just go to them and it happens.
Yes, and yes. Thrive Nation, on today's show, we're going to talk about the boring stuff that makes a super successful business work. So on part 2 of today's show, I'll be playing an audio recording of my staff meeting that I just led on Monday for one of the companies, so you can hear how an actual staff meeting is actually led by me. And I apologize for any of the background noise, but it's actually my actual office where I'm actually leading a staff meeting with real people on the planet Earth. And so there's a quote I want to start off reading today. It's from Eric Ries. He's the best-selling author of a book called Lean Startup, The Lean Startup. I read the book many years ago, and it goes like this. It says, I have learned from both my own successes and failures and those of many others that it's the boring stuff that matters most. Startup success is not a consequence of good genes or being in the right place at the right time. At the end of the day, it's mastering the boring stuff. And so, Steve, having a staff meeting where you follow up, and the whole meeting, when people listen to this audio of me leading my staff meeting, it basically consists of me following up with adults to make sure that everything got done inside the elephant in the room men's grooming lounge, that all of the opening checklists for every store were done, that the bathrooms were cleaned, that the products were ordered, that the new employees were onboarded, that the employees that need to be offboarded are offboarded, that the Google reviews are coming in, that the video reviews are flying in, that we have the coffee bars set up for Christmas decorations, that we have. There's a lot of details to run multiple locations. I'd love to get your thoughts on that. Why don't many entrepreneurs like to follow up?
Oh, gosh. I don't know. I think that they like to suck, probably. That would be my thing. I don't
no,
know.
But seriously,
they enjoy the suck.
When you go to stevecurrington.com, you're one of the more successful mortgage people out there that I know. And one thing that you do is you'll follow up with people past the point of uncomfortability. So let me give you an example. If I fill out the form at stevecurrington.com, I say I'm looking for a mortgage.
Yep.
And I fill out the form. You're the kind of guy that will call me over and over and over.
Yeah.
Without apology, and I'm that way too, until I cry, buy, or die. Why do you follow up with leads like that?
Well, because if you filled out a form on my website, I would assume that you probably want to talk to me about a mortgage. So,
but most people don't do that. They'll call one time, or they'll actually just email back.
Yeah, I don't know. People are weak, and that's the thing. And when it comes to employees respect what you inspect. So if you're not inspecting it, it's not that they're bad people or they're lazy or they're whatever. It's just like when you quit asking and you quit. Like this happens in my business. Just every once in a while, you need to I call it like a come to Jesus meeting, you know?
Yeah.
Because there will be, let me give you an example. So I send out a thank you card for every closing.
Yep.
Okay. So we had an person that worked for us that was doing the thank you cards. And
so people are going to stevecurrington.com. They're getting a mortgage from you.
Yep.
And after they get a mortgage, you're sending them a thank you card.
Just send them a note saying, thanks for your business. We appreciate you choosing us for your home loan.
Yep.
You know, if we can do anything for you, let us know. It's just part of our follow-up process. But we had a certain person in the company that was doing that left. They weren't there anymore. And so we also do birthday cards every week. We send out probably like 50 cards a week. Well, so I noticed it's probably been like 3 weeks since this person left.
Yep.
And I said, hey, I haven't seen any cards for me to write and sign for any closed loans. Have we not closed any loans?
Right.
And of course, we didn't not close loans. And it was like, oh, no, we need to do that. How far back do you want me to go? And I'm like, as far back as you quit. That's how far back I want you to go.
And I'm going to go through my to-do list real quick, and I want to get your thoughts on this because I think this is powerful training for somebody out there, okay? So on my to-do list today, I have a wonderful client, and I won't mention his name because this is Steve, some clients, it's interesting, but they don't necessarily want the world to know that they have a coach.
Right.
And that's because certain people in certain industries, you're the kind of guy, you're very, very transparent. So you'll tell people like, I work with Clay, and I tell people I work with you, and it's great. But certain industries, certain people, like they get frowned upon having a coach. Mm-hmm. So this guy, we wanted to make a success poster for his office, okay? And I've worked with this guy now. This is my 8th year, okay?
Yeah.
And on this success poster, the first year I worked with him, we grew by 39%. The next year, 17%. Next year, 24%. Next year, 40%. Next year, 18%. Next year, 16%. Next year, 14%. Next year, 21%. So he's one of the most successful people in his industry now. And the reason why I'm going to put it on his agenda for him to proof it before we print it is why? Like, why don't I just print it? Why am I going to put it on the agenda for him to proof it and follow up one last time before we print it?
Because it's his business, and you want him to see it and make sure that there isn't something that he doesn't want on there, or make sure that like every word you're going to check for spelling, you're going to check for, typos, you're going to check for spaces where there shouldn't be, and it's just, I think it's just part of the process. You got to inspect that stuff and make sure that it's right, because otherwise it costs actual money to print things.
And again, because I am a person who wants to do a great job, and you are too, I want my client to proof it. I'm not going to just say, print it. Now look at these stats. I mean, these are impressive numbers. Look at this guy. I mean, this guy is killing the game. It's phenomenal what he's doing. I'm excited about it, but in that emotion of like, oh my gosh, we need to print it, I could lose something there if I don't follow up. Let's do another example. We have a person today that sent me in a message, and they said, hey, I want Archbishop Vigano. He is a very respected Catholic leader, and he's going to be speaking at one of our conferences. And they said, hey, I'm going to send you the video send you a link so you can interview him live on Zoom at your conference or whatever. I'm going to call the person here. So I'm calling this woman, Johanna, to confirm the details. Why am I not just going to take the link that was sent to me and in front of an audience of thousands and millions of people watching online, just run that link? Why am I going to call her to at least follow up?
Well, yeah, you want to know. First of all, you've probably already watched it. Secondly, you want to make sure that it's pertinent to what you're talking about, and you want to know what her motivation is for it to be on there. Because if, I don't know who that person is, but I would assume you probably get hit up on the daily or by the hour with people that want to give you things to put on your show, and you've got to vet it, make sure it's right. One thing you've always said to me that I've found powerful when you're on your podcast and you're recording is that you cite your sources.
Right.
You don't just come and because I remember years ago being on the podcast and I looked up some stat on Google and you were like, where'd that come from? And I told you and you're like, we're not using that. Why? Well, because it didn't come from a reliable source. I see that you found it on Google, but it needs to come from a reliable source. So I'm assuming you're probably going to make sure that that's what the case is.
Exactly. That would be another example. Okay. So one of my good friends, Peter, I won't mention his last name on today's show. Okay. But Peter is a great friend of mine. And actually, I will mention his last name on today's show because it's public knowledge. So Peter Navarro is a good friend of mine.
Yep.
He worked, he's the one who wrote the Trump economic policies. So we talk about the Trump economy.
Yeah.
This is who wrote it. This
Right
is
on.
who made the policies. He was the deregulation guy.
Yeah.
So the reason why we had a booming economy is that guy, Peter Navarro,
Right.
one of my good friends. And Peter Navarro is facing all sorts of legal issues right now, and he needs to raise $895,000 for his legal defense. And so I told Peter, I'm not going to stop talking about your situation on my podcast until you get to $895. So every freaking podcast that we do, I tell people, go to givesendgo.com/Navarro, Navarro. And I'm talking about it nonstop, and it's on my list here. Again, but why do I have to make sure that, okay, Peter, I'm going to follow up with you, make sure that, A, you've got the script or the information needed to promote the Reawaken Tour, and by the way, this is how much we've helped you raise so far. Why am I going to keep it on my list every day and follow up every single day till we get there? Why can't I just assign it one time, raise $895,000?
Because I think some people think that if you do that it'll happen. And I think and I know that things don't happen that way. They happen because of your follow-up. They don't happen because you wrote it down on a piece of paper one time in 1982.
Let's keep going. So right now you sent me the pin for a property. You helped me find it. That's a fist bump. That's done. Boom. So you sent me a pin on a map so we can tell people how to get to said location. Next thing to follow up on, you sent me a clip from Tucker Carlson talking about abortion.
Yep.
And I've got it on my list because I want to download it, condense it, upload it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Next is I got to call Paul Solons. He's a remodeler, and let him know, hey, we need to meet you at 2:30 this time. Then right here, Steve, I've got $12,000 of commissions that are owed to me, and I need to have Andrew charge the clients. So the clients have given me their card, and they said, this is the amount that we need to pay you. And they some of them, when people pay me monthly commissions. How it works is you make money every time you sell a mortgage, you get a commission.
Yep.
A lot of my clients, as I help them grow their business, I get a small percentage to help them grow.
Yeah.
So I've got, $15,000 of commissions that are owed to me, and they're owed on the 15th, and it's now the 26th, and I want to figure out why haven't these been charged yet. Now, maybe the cards we were provided, maybe the card number expired, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's the 26th. I want to get taken care of now.
Yeah.
So it's on my list to follow up. And again, this is the stuff. I got a client right now. They have an agreement they're wanting me to sign. It's an updated agreement for commissions. I got to proof that today. It's on my list. But again, if any of these items, if I don't follow up, they don't happen. Now, Archbishop Vagana, we talked about that. I owe somebody money here. This guy named Drew, I owe him money. It's on my list to pay that.
Yeah.
Steve, why am I going to put on the list? Why am I going to follow up with myself to make sure that myself pays somebody?
Yeah. Well, because you want to make sure it gets done. Every day by 7:30.
Yep.
I get our team to-do list, which we created, going through your coaching. I just copied what works, right? So at 7:27 this morning, I got my Currington team to-do list, and it has the things I'm supposed to do today, all the things that Casey's supposed to do today. You notice at the very top, birthday cards and thank you cards, because that was slipping.
Yep.
Our Tuesday updates are, we give updates to clients and realtors on Tuesdays and Fridays. So that's on her list today. And if I quit asking about it,
wouldn't get done
every week. Casey's amazing. and she's like my right hand, and she's worked with me for 7, almost 8 years now. But there's a reason why I exist, because I'm the constant reminder.
You are the irritant in the clam that makes the pearl.
Yeah.
And we all know that story, but again, there's a little irritant that goes inside the clam, and over time, that irritation creates a pearl. Now, on today's show, on part 2 of today's show, I don't expect anybody to really like part 2 of today's show, because people are like, this is so boring listening to you lead your staff meeting. Some people think it's funny.
Yeah.
But I can tell you, I do it every week.
Yeah.
So you're going to hear audio of me in a meeting with about 12 people, and I'm following up on everything. And parts of it are painful.
Yeah.
I mean, parts of it I'm going, hey, did we get all the supplies needed to set up the coffee bar inside the Elephant in the Room store? Because we got to have the coffee bar and the hot chocolate bar set up with the Christmas theme.
Yeah.
And people say, yeah, I got it done. I go, so in the store, if I go to the store right now, in the store there is, in fact, Christmas decor. And someone says, oh, we need lights for the tree. I'm like, okay, what else?
Yeah.
Do we have all the Christmas?
And we need a tree.
No, I mean it's painful because
we need decor.
Because you're going to hear people in this meeting. I can't remember everything that happened in the meeting yesterday, but there'll be parts where people say, "Oh yeah, I got it." And I go, "So it's done?" "Oh no, it's not done."
Yeah.
So I'm not going to take it off the list then.
Right.
I mean, we have a chair that got ripped. I guess the client decided to come get his hair cut while he was, Steve. Some people bring like pocket knives and stuff with them.
Yeah.
And I think this guy accidentally cut one of the barber chairs.
Yeah.
And it was like a $1,200 cut. Like, oops.
Oh, no.
So I had to reupholster the chair, And that's like $1,200 to get it fixed.
Jeez.
So one of our staff members said, hey, is it more expensive to get should we just get a new chair or should we reupholster the chair? And I'm going, it's like $7,000, $5,000 for a chair. We should think about that before just ordering a new chair because the guy accidentally cut our chair. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that no one wants to talk about, but it has to happen.
Yep.
And so, Steve, it's all about follow-up. And so if you're out there today, folks, and you're looking for a mortgage, I encourage you to follow up with yourself and go to stevecurrington.com to request information, get a free quote. That's stevecurrington.com. If you're in a business, I encourage you to follow up until your head explodes. Follow up until it gets done. Follow up until the deal is done. Just keep following up. And I'm telling you, your passion and your ability to follow up is what determines whether something gets done or not. It's like physics, okay? An object will remain in motion until it encounters another object of equal or greater force, and you have to be that equal or greater force to make sure the stuff gets done. Otherwise, things will drift, and over time, drifting turns into, holy crap, we didn't sell anything this week, and then holy crap, we didn't sell anything this month, and then, man, we live in a van down by the river. How did we get here?
Yeah, and it's your responsibility as the owner, as the leader of that company to do that. And if you have a problem with it, get out of the business and go work for someone else that'll hold you accountable. Because if you're not going to hold your team accountable, you're all going to be unemployed, and then they're all going to hate you even more. So would you rather them hate you because they're successful and you hammer them on follow-up, or do you want them to hate you because you're laying the entire team off because your weak ass won't tell people what needs to get done? That's the thing. That's what it comes down to. You're either going to decide it and you're going to hold people accountable, or you're going to go out of business and they're all going to hate you anyway because you can't run your business.
Now, Steve, there's little items, though. Like here, I got to call Shaw Holmes today and get his updated YouTube password. Now, Steve, should I not do that? Is it beneath me to follow up and get the YouTube password?
No. I like that about your culture here. We do that at our office, too. I just had a lady shadowing yesterday, and that's one of the things we covered is that everyone here does what needs to be done. So you're not above anything. So just because your position is processor doesn't mean that if I have boxes that need to go to the dumpster that you're not going to grab them and take them out.
There it is.
If you see something, you walk through a restaurant and see a napkin on the floor, you pick it up.
That's it.
It's one of the things Dr. Green was big on. He worked in the restaurant business, and he would sit
Who
in the
was
restaurant.
Dr. Green? For our listeners out there, stevecurrington.com, who don't know who Dr. Green was.
So Dr. Steve Green, was the dean of the School of Business at ORU. He was the pastor of Bixby Community Church. He was my business coach from pretty much about 2008 until, and one of my best friends, 2015, when he moved to Florida and went to work for Charisma Magazine.
He built several brands.
Oh, yeah. He was a part of Beautiful Brands International, which was the Camille's franchising system, and they had like 4 different brands that were under that. So he's my homie. I spent many hours at the deli at ORU. Where that's at the Wall of Mirrors. And if you go to ORU and you see they call it the Shark Tank. Dr. Green was responsible for raising the money to build that. I think they spent about $300,000 on that Shark Tank. It's really a cool thing. But he was my coach, and that was the thing that he was big on. He would go into their restaurants and he would sit and watch. He would throw a napkin on the floor and watch what employee would walk by it over and over and over and not pick it up.
It's that kind of stuff, though, that changes the culture. And so, Steve, on part 2 of today's show, we're going to play the office staff meeting so people can hear what my staff meeting is actually like and that follow-up process.
Yep.
And then part 3 of today's show, I'm going to share some footage of you flying around in your Bahaman, you're flying around in your airplane.
Yeah.
Over the Bahamas.
Yep.
And the
I'll
reason
send
why
you a new clip of that too. We have more.
Well, the reason why you have a Lamborghini and you have the private plane and these sorts of things is because you actually follow up and you work hard. And again, folks, if you're out there today and you are stuck and you want to get out of that stuck situation, just go to thrivetimeshow.com and schedule a free consultation, a 13-point consultation. We only take on 160 clients at any given time. Also, we have a workshop, our in-person workshops. They're $250 or whatever price that you can afford, and you can get those tickets today at thrivetimeshow.com. So now, without any further ado, Steve will end this part of the show with a boom. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, boom. Okay.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Morning.
All right, product sales. So downtown sold the most products this week. They sold 26 items.
As a percentage, what were we getting? Are we getting close to 10%?
Let me pull it up.
Okay. Zane, did you mall it up this week?
Yeah.
How'd you do the mall round 2?
Not as good as last week. We got 20 reviews.
20? How many hours were you there?
4.
So 20 and 4? It's like $100 in 4 hours? Okay. Sweet. Is it on the tracking sheet, Manna?
No, it's on the stat sheet. And I'm pulling that up right now.
Okay.
Pull it over here. Okay. So 7% for downtown.
Okay.
4.58.
Who's in Broken Arrow right now?
That would be me.
Okay. And are they bringing the product up front going, hey, this is the product we used on your hair today to maintain this look? Use this?
It's like 50-50. We could definitely do a better job.
Because the way you do it when you're in product sales is whenever you cut someone's hair, you say, hey, this is the product that we used on your hair today. And to maintain that look, this is what we're using. They bring it up front. Carly, let's talk about that today.
Can we do that and then services as well and memberships in the back for training?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yep. So we'll do membership, services, and let's do, let's also go with product sales. Cool?
Back to this meeting, Carly. I need to print the circle of services action.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And then are we focusing on Broken Arrow again this week for outbound? Yes. Okay.
Who's downtown this week? Are they bringing the products up front?
Yeah.
There?
They would be good at putting the products in the front.
Okay. So if we go to the weekly stats, you're saying that 2% of the time we had 2% upsells Broken Arrow this week? So downtown, you're doing a great job. We want to get to about 10% each. So 2.2 is like really low. Who's in South right now?
Young, is it South?
Is that happening? Are they bringing the product up there?
They are actually. They sold more than 40.
They did a pretty good job with that.
They sold a lot of product last week.
So how's it at 14 in here? Where does that number come from?
I pull it from Zenoti, which I can.
So you're saying they're bringing them up front, so that number should be higher?
There are at least 3 that got the items a month as well.
I know Carly, Katrina, both, they all hit it really hard.
Because 4% is low. Do you feel like you sold more than 4%?
I feel like it was.
Curly?
But I know that the percentages are done off per client that buys products. So if one client buys 5 products, it's still just considered as one.
Correct.
It used to be like if a client buys 4 products, it was counted at 4. So we used to be at 30%, but now it's if one person buys 5 products, it's still only counted towards 1 product sold.
Why does that change? Why did that change?
That changed about 4 years ago.
But why? So it's 4% there. Look at that number. So that number's 4.5. What? How many items were sold?
14 people bought products, 17 items were sold. So 3 of those people bought 2 things.
So 17 items were sold?
Correct.
So put 17 in there.
All right. That's how we used to do it, and it was a lot better then.
And then 5.5, but still it's 5.5. Okay. And then how many items were sold for Broken Arrow?
I will pull that up.
Oh, yeah. Feeling the flow. Working it.
I want to say John Kelly swapped that around, I believe.
Okay. I just want to have the accurate number of products sold in there. And we should be close to about 10%. So 11 were sold? And then what about the products that were sold for downtown? Shaka Baba. 30 were sold? Okay. So that's still terrible, but not as terrible. Okay. Cool. All right. Let's keep going.
Alrighty. And then managers focus on outside irrigation and PMH. So PMH tool set.
Yeah, their map is down.
Okay. All right. Do you want me to still leave them on?
Yeah, keep it on there because I'm going to keep talking about it every week until they fix it.
Okay. And then the enclosures at downtown.
You guys get those?
Able to give it away?
We got it on, I think it was on Friday, and so we haven't found a person to give it away yet.
And just so you guys are all on the same page, anytime that somebody leaves a review, they're entered in for a chance to win a TV enclosure or a flat screen TV or whatever we're giving away. And so we're giving away these TV enclosures. So when was the last time you gave away something downtown?
Before I was there, so it might have been the last.
We never gave anything away while I was
Oh, well, we're due then.
I want to say it was a grill.
It was the grill. That was when I was there.
Okay, well, it's time. It's time. So do you guys know the winner?
We're going to deliberate with...
Talk to Amanda.
Yeah.
Cool. So today, talk to Amanda. Okay. So, Amanda, if you can talk to Amanda and figure out who is the winner this month, that'd be great. Cool. All right.
And then who got the most reviews?
So Young and Zane, they were wondering about. So Young got 107 with Facebook, and then Zane got 105 with only Google. Young got Facebook and Google, but with 107.
You got 105? Where did those 105 come from?
BA, Broken Arrow, Elephant in the Room, Downtown, Corporate.
105? That's great. So 105 Google reviews this week? Let's look at the maps real quick here.
Only 5 fell off out of the 100. Got 168 over the last 2 weeks, only 5.
Okay, so Elephant in the Room, Broken Arrow?
Yeah, Broken Arrow.
Okay.
We started that number was 2730 something when we started this week, so.
Okay. All right, you're feeling.
On that one guy.
Good job, dude. That's great. You got 100?
Yeah, he posted.
What happened to you? You used to get like 5. How'd you get 100?
Well, so we just, I don't know, I was sick of being behind on.
And how much do you get per review?
$3.
So you made $300 of commissions this week? Great job, dude. That's awesome. Did he beat you, Young?
No.
No? How many did you have?
They beat me by 3.
I had 107.
Well, Young cheats, though, right? I mean, let's be okay. So, the good job, though. That's great. 100 is incredible. Okay. Good job. Good job.
All right, and then we sold one.
You realize you're getting like 20 times more reviews than you used to get?
Trying to make more.
What happened to you? Are you like, are you a shapeshifter? What are you doing?
I'm a lizard person.
Okay. All right, next.
So is Young for the most reviews?
Am I the only one who's completely blown away by this?
I am.
You're blown away? There's 2 of us that are blown away. Fine. Everybody else is just fine. That's fine.
What's your secret?
I'm going to introduce you to a talking squirrel later and see if that'll excite you guys. All right, that's great. All right. All right, keep going.
All right. Amelia sold a deluxe beard membership. No other deluxe beards were sold.
Yep.
And then
Yep.
Alrighty, and then 14 clients were turned away. 3,918 calls were.
Are we doing a good job of getting the clients in and then also not making people stay late because we're adding to the end of the day? Carly, is that happening?
Yeah.
All right. So how many people didn't show up for the haircut this week?
I have it over here on the stat sheet. So total between the shops, 136.
136 didn't show up.
Correct. Broken Arrow week by week has the most no-shows. I don't know why. But 60 of those were Broken Arrow, but 136 across the 3 shops did not show up.
Who works in Broken Arrow right now? So you have 60 that didn't show up? And then we're filling in those gaps, right? Are we? Is that happening?
Yeah, filling in the gaps with.
And you know that you can tell them, hey, we had 60 people that didn't show up this week?
60 people.
Then
Yeah.
I can show you on Zenoti how to pull that up as a report so that you can show that.
I just want to make sure we're clear because, I think that Noelle and Lily are doing a great job filling those gaps. But that's why we fill those gaps. So you just need to let them know we had how many no-shows this week?
60.
How many total for all the shops?
136.
136 no-shows? Okay. And then just so you guys know, I know you're new, but the way it works, we cut hair, right? And people will book an appointment. And I believe roughly 15% of people don't show up for the haircut, which we had 136 people last week not show up for the haircut. So the call center is booking in those slots. So like if somebody doesn't show up, we book somebody else in those slots. It'll make more sense later, but that's what we're doing. All right, next.
Okay. 91 calls missed, 547.07 spent on ads.
Yep.
164 clicks, 83,605 impressions, 12 people came in through word of mouth, 15 through Google, 3 walk-in, and then 51 outbounds were booked, 17 memberships sold, 1 deluxe beard. Total members is 3,109.
1 second. Did you set up Google Guaranteed this week?
I have it on there. So the options were options. So barbershop local ads aren't available, and then hair salon local ads aren't available, and then the ones that were beauty shop and beauty school. So I didn't get it set up.
Let's talk about it in the coaches meeting tomorrow.
Okay.
So will you?
Yeah, I'll move it over.
Move over to the coaches agenda.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm leaving it right now.
Yeah.
I'll move it.
Okay.
386 paid non-member cuts.
Yep.
141 total reviews gathered. That's Google.
Yep.
2,204 downtown reviews. 3,247 South Tulsa. 2,786 Broken Arrow. 2 video views were gathered downtown. 1 for South.
Yep.
1 for Broken Arrow. And our closest competitor went down in rating and up 4 reviews. They really ticked off. Intel really ticked off the client.
They did?
At our competitor, yes.
They got a really bad review?
Yeah.
If we read it, it makes me happy.
Okay.
Say Annabelle.
That's what her name was.
Anytime we can find a bad review, I enjoy reading them. It makes me happy in the morning. Well, these are positive.
I thought that was boardroom manna. That's what you're looking for.
Was it?
Yeah, not knockouts.
Oh, here it is.
Well, they tried to get good reviews after. It said Annabelle must have been having a bad day today. She was very unprofessional and none too friendly. She was sloppy in the way the white paper around the neck to shield hair from going down his back.
That's a good one.
Taking the drape off of my grandson's shoulders, then to be asked if it could be cut shorter because it was still too long and not covering his clothes back up.
Oh.
She pulled his hair by a tangle.
Come on.
And a quick, my bad, all better.
Oh.
My husband is usually the one that brings in knockouts memorial, but was a little short on time driving from now.
Oh.
So thought they would be the same. No, wrong. Customer service we expected and received at the memorial location.
Just.
We will not be visiting this location.
Oh, man, this is like a eulogy. This is rough. Okay, let's keep going. All right, keep going. That's good narrative right there in the morning. Okay.
And then the orders got too bad reviews.
So like a. Oh, Macy, read it to me.
If I could have left here, I would have.
Hey, real quick here. I didn't want Devin to read it real quick. Devin, you read it real quick.
Yeah.
You're a little closer, and it just gets a little more energy.
Okay.
We need to. She's so far away.
Okay, if I could have left 0, I would have. I
Oh.
called and booked my fiance's appointment for our wedding day 2 months in advance, and then called to verify it the week before and the day of, and they have no appointments and can't fit them in.
Okay, real quick, just so we're clear, people get so mad if you have to reschedule their appointments. So just so we can learn from this, when they call, we do not reschedule. And I don't care who flakes out, who freaks out, we do not reschedule appointments, because this is what you get. Okay? And on their defense, I don't work with them, but I'm sure at some point somebody called in, no call, no show, whatever, and then they called them and said, we can't get you in, and then that's what they get. Cool. All right, and Rich, we have one more. We have a good flow going.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
come on.
Booked an appointment for my wedding months in advance, called a few days before to
Oh, this is the
verify
same guy?
Two of them.
Oh, it's probably the couple. It's probably the couple. Oh, man. Keep going.
Okay. Called a few days before to verify
No.
to the man on the phone. Said
Come on.
everything was good. I show up and they don't have our appointments.
Oh.
Weren't willing to help in any way. Will not be back.
Oh, come on. Give them a chance.
Can we comment back?
No, we want to. Well, you can. I don't want to, though. It makes me happy to read it. Just okay. Let's keep going. All right.
So, managers, I put this on here. Make sure when we're booking the deluxe burst visits, we add the referral source. South had 14 deluxe bursts, but only 10 had a referral source. Downtown was 22, and only 12 had a referral.
Does that make sense to you guys? Referral source, like where they came from? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Can I?
So
Can
we
I?
just need to make sure that we're asking how they heard it from us and stuff like that.
Yeah. So let me just make sure we're getting this one. On our stat sheet, I don't think you guys are asking consistently because we went from like 40 leads a week on Google to like 12. So it means that people are not being attributed when they're getting booked. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how to make sure that happens?
So right here,
Yeah.
it says referral.
Oh yeah, I do that.
You do?
Yeah,
So
I do. So we'll make. Sure
I hear you
that
doing
the
it. So that means
rest
someone who's not you
Okay.
is not doing it. Okay. All right. Cool. Just make sure that they are doing it. Okay.
Okay.
That's like half that weren't done. Okay. Next.
Make sure we're also doing that in shop.
Is that in shop as well?
Yeah.
All right, managers, all call center issues, I added this. So anytime we have a call center issue, I need the name and phone number because I don't know who messed up.
Yeah,
What
get-
I'm gonna correct if you don't have a name.
For everybody if you're new, when you're in the store, like if someone's like irritated, like say the call center screwed something up, or say the haircut was, you always want to put the person's name and their phone number, and we track it all in this. That way we can find out who's doing it. Because if it's like a mistake, we all make mistakes. But if it's a pattern, then we want to fix the pattern. Cool. All right, next.
All right, Smooth by Johnny B is discontinued.
Oh.
I just thought I'd let everyone know.
Smooth.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do?
It's pretty much the same thing as Go, so if we get rid of it, we'll be fine.
Okay.
Okay.
So Nana, remove it from the system.
Don't remove it from the system yet because we still have some in shop to sell.
Okay, next.
Noel, there was a 2-star.
Oh, we got a 2-star? Come on. What happened? Let's read it.
So it actually changed. It was like the bad gamer one. I saw it. He complained about not being able to get in or something like that.
What?
And then he changed it to a 2-star, and it was like
South, Mana.
it was just all right.
Oh, I saw that one. That's why I didn't reply to it because he was like, "Great," or he said something nice in the end. Like wasn't complaining.
Let's
about
read it. Let's read it. Oh.
Other one, Mana.
Not this one?
Yes, I think it's that one. Yeah, it's that one.
Oh, okay.
Use it.
Sorry.
But yeah, he changed it to like good service.
Come on. Let's read it. What does he say?
Well, they got so many we have to really scroll. Okay. Nice, friendly people.
Oh, but he gave us a 2?
Yeah.
After changing it from a 1-star to a 2-star.
Oh, okay. Let's keep going.
What the heck? So yeah, I saw that one, so I didn't reply to it because he said that.
We should all, like, as a way to tear our relationships apart, we should all, like, leave each other reviews throughout the day.
2-star.
Like Lily, 4-star. Could have been, but all anonymous reviews. That would be terror. It's unbelievable.
Should I reply to that one? Or?
Yeah. Just
Okay.
put, we'd love to wow you. Let us know how we can better serve you. That kind of thing.
Okay.
All right.
There were 4 3-star reviews on South. They just left 3 stars. They didn't want to comment.
Yeah, it's probably our competitor playing the game, but still right the same thing.
Okay.
Hey, we pride ourselves on being the best. It's usually a competitor of ours that will go on our map and leave a review. I will not do that, but they do that all the time. That's why we have to get them all the time.
And then this, I'll leave them.
Yes.
And then they.
So I was doing some digging on past appointments for September, and looks like I have the names up there, but a couple people have been getting free haircuts because we haven't been collecting the card information up front. And then I think a couple of those too, the membership payment was not being collected in the proper spot. It was being collected at the POS. So like,
how does that happen?
Yeah, if we could demonstrate that. So like, can you go to the 21st?
But real quick, how does somebody get a free haircut? Without going in here, tell me. Huh?
Without paying for their membership.
How is that happening?
So whoever's checking the client in, so when they have the black shirt on Zenoti, if you go to the 21st on Broken Arrow, man, I have a specific one I can show you.
So whenever they do have a black shirt, you're supposed to check it on before they ever sit down.
Yeah.
And then if they're
collect their card, go to Jeff Rill on the left under Joel. And then pull up his profile and go to his appointments. So he came in September, and he came in August and September. We did not collect, so you see those two appointments, the 24th and the 21st. And then if you go to his membership payments, click on the top one that says suspended. He has not paid since July.
Well, he's having a great time.
Yeah, he's getting.
Okay, so real quick though, for people who are in the stores, how do they see right away if someone hasn't paid?
Has a black shirt. And
Okay, so what store is this guy in?
Broken Arrow.
Who's working in that store?
Me and Taryn.
Okay, so you and Taryn? So Taryn, you got this? You got this? So if they have a black shirt, you're going to go, hey, what's your updated payment information?
And do that before they ever sit down in the chair, because sometimes it'll bounce.
Yeah, so what you do though, just tell them, say, hey, it looks like I need to get your updated payment information. And just knock it out.
So we've had an issue at South. It's saving their information, but we're having to put their card in every month.
Yes.
Over and over. It's
probably because they're not updating it.
Oh, it's updated.
Is it?
Are they changing the default payment type on there?
One of the things I do is
1 second, I don't want my head to explode. So anybody, let's go back to this. If you see it and you see it, the black shirt, you gotta get the payment. Cool? We on the same page? Well, not yet. So everybody, we got that? So how many times is this happening?
So I counted 5, but so he did pay. So the other thing that we're running into is they're not collecting that payment correctly, because if you go to his payments, he paid 17 on the 24th when he came in August.
Yep.
So like that didn't apply to his membership. So he did pay for his August haircut or his August free trim. He just did not pay for his September because we didn't collect it. So I think they know what the black shirt means. You're not collecting it properly, and some of them just haven't collected it at all. So.
Okay, so Amanda, does that make sense to you?
Yep.
So why don't we today during our training, why don't you guys work on that, and then Amanda Stylist will work on other stuff. Is that cool? So Carly Stylist will work on their list of stuff, and then you'll work on that. Cool? Next.
And then leave this on here so you just keep until we're all proficient in making sure.
Yeah.
Okay. And then managers, make sure that we're adding lunches for new stylists as we're bringing on the new stylists. Make sure they have lunches, and anytime we bring a float over, that they have a lunch.
Yep.
And then Noelle and Lily don't have to play a haircut.
Are all the Christmas decorations out?
Yes.
Nice. How's that going?
Good. It looks great. Broken Arrow looks great.
You getting some comments already?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's good. All right.
Per person, averaging 200 outbound calls per shift to 5 outbounds booked. And then Devin's document the mixture for the peppermint oil.
Yep, and I also have it down on the agenda as well. That's just proof that I did
So
it.
blow this up or leave it.
You can blow it up because I have it on the agenda somewhere else.
And then Taryn, how is walking the stylist out to the car going?
happening every day. I mean, we only had Eli in for that last week, but he's
Okay.
fine.
All right.
These are the no-shows across the shop. I tracked down the stat sheet. Do you want me to update it? Yeah, this is from last week. Because last week we were talking about getting people in and you had to put it on.
I'd like to put it on the agenda.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just super important for you guys to know that this is a common thing. People don't show up and just book them.
The agenda that we print out and pass around.
Yeah.
Okay, so, Young, it looks like you already brought this on.
Thanks, man.
So, okay, and then Devin, the plumber, we're done.
Yep.
Okay. And then Zane, we need lights for the Christmas.
Yeah, we don't have any lights for Christmas.
Is that BA?
We have some, but they are not operable.
Okay.
Hobby Lobby. It's the move.
Okay.
was our problem, but a client.
Okay.
Thank you, Young.
Next.
I don't want to fix the problem. I just need the information.
Okay.
And then this is done.
Yeah, I'm still working on the hot chocolate because Walmart substitutes stuff.
And then I will find out today. I will look today right after this.
Wait a second. So you're still getting the hot chocolate stuff?
Yeah.
So is that on your list?
Yep, it's on my list.
Will you put that on there?
We have
Manna?
everything we need for hot chocolate wise, other than like the little candy canes.
Manna, will you put
And
that on there?
That's being
Okay.
shipped.
Yeah, that's all we need.
So you have the hot chocolate then? Okay.
Oh yeah, we have like 3 boxes.
Okay.
And, like, 3
Never mind, that's done.
It is done or not done?
That's done.
It is?
South has it.
But what about the other locations?
Yeah, the other locations I ordered, those are being.
But we don't have it then, so we can't take it off because they don't have it. Ordering it's different than having it. So
Okay.
we need to put on here, Devin, buy candy canes and hot chocolate for which locations?
Broken Arrow.
Downtown and Broken Arrow. South has theirs. Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to take anything off the list once it's done. Okay, next.
And then I will find out today. I will look at the cost of the new chair right after.
All right. Great.
And then after I find out the cost, the next one we'll know what to do with the next one.
Yep.
And then Young, I'm getting photos. Everyone's getting better at sending me photos, so that's awesome.
Nice, man.
And then Mike, make sure to sweep out the front daily for downtown.
Yep.
That's awesome.
And then Zane, did you wipe down the window sills outside at Broken Arrow?
Hey, real quick, before everybody else gets here, hardest part of managing would be what, Carly?
Listening to the stylists.
So just, Carly has been here for a while. She just turned 22 yesterday. It's incredible. But she's been here for a long time. And Carly is no drama. She cuts hair. She's great. But a lot of the stylists, if they have downtime, they get into debates with each other about stuff or arguments or what else, Carly?
Oh, really anything. They're just always bickering.
Bickering, upset, you stole my tip, that was my client. Yeah. So the key is just to keep perpetual busyness going, okay? So that's it. That's why. So just know you kind of create the energy in the shop every day. Cool. All right, next.
And then I am getting a photo every day, so thank you for that.
Oh, great job, Zane. Next.
All right. And then getting a photo of this every day.
Oh, great job.
How are we doing at tracking reasons why your clients are not buying debit?
Good.
All
Okay,
right.
next.
All managers set up unlimited to charge after the 15th for the next month.
Okay.
Let stylists know when they receive a redo and your text Carly and Anna. I believe I received a text this week, so we're doing a good job on that.
Dude, $9,000
Selling flat bill hats at 27, selling mesh caps at 25, and then including a t-shirt or book when you pitch the membership.
That's awesome.
And then does everybody still have $1 cut cards? Okay. And then managers
Actually,
connect
with
to your
downtown for some more window cut cards, we have
Awesome.
2 left.
We need to order. Dee ordered some, didn't he?
Yes.
Okay, so we're just waiting on that.
I will, after this meeting, I'll go out and when they arrive.
Okay, next.
Connect with your team, and then here are all the ways you can get paid.
So when you're in the shop, you get paid, you get an hourly, but then every time you sell a membership, you guys get a commission. And what's the commission?
That's right.
10, 15, 30.
What's that?
10, 15, 30.
So it's $10 commission, $15 commission, or a $30 commission. And then you also get paid for Google reviews. You also get paid for video reviews. So you really, that's how you get that average income up there. So like every hour you want to either sell a membership or get 2 reviews or whatever. And that's how so it's pretty easy to do. You just got to get into it. So in your case, you did 100 reviews this week. So you made $300 extra. So $300 divided by 40 hours would be like about $8 an hour of extra that he made just off of the reviews. Make sense? So, okay, next.
All right, and then the upload notes. Did everybody send their content to Devin?
Yes.
Okay.
So the show is just how people showed up. Exactly. Yeah.
These are all the upload notes. Upload notes.
They showed up to the lesson. You know what I mean? So,
All right. Whenever someone buys one of Clay's books on Amazon, make sure he gets a free one in shop. And then Noel, take John for off after this pay period. And then Noel, this is up to date to 41.
Yep.
Okay. And then we're not doing demo cuts today, correct? We're going over product.
The 2 people, the new stylists, are those getting onboarded?
Danny
Kimberly, Annie, those are the two.
We're waiting on Brooks. I have to call Stanford again today to get Brooks.
Yeah,
license.
I get it. They're idiots. Okay, next.
All right, and then we did membership training this morning.
Yep.
And then the Artesian Institute is rescheduled for October.
Yep.
And then James Community College is in October.
Yep.
I will call Broken Arrow again. They were supposed to get back to me, but I will call them to schedule. Nobody ever gets back to you. And then everybody's weekly percentages are up to date on
Yep.
that sheet. Nobody needed tax credits. I did drop offs last week. I'll do drop offs again this week. And then we had 2 people I set up for an interview that did not show up this week. We had 3. 1 showed up and we talked to him, the 2 did not show up.
Okay.
All right, and then are we staying up to date on the schedule request? Yes.
Yep.
All right, and then the reviews are up to date right here. And then everybody hammer Facebook recommendations when possible, but Google is our main breadwinner.
Got it.
And then everybody got a video review it looked like this week. Let's make sure we continue that.
Okay.
And then are we all enforcing the dress code? Make sure you know what the dress code is and you're enforcing it. And then is payroll done? Yes. Okay, and then Lily and yes. All right.
We're good?
Yeah, so let's, Caitlin will be at downtown when she comes back. Okay. And Mike is what other questions do you have? All right. All right, and then all up to date. And then what is the item of the month, everybody? Shampoo. All right, perfect. And that's everything.
All right. 3, 2, 1, boom.
The number of new customers that we've had is up 411% over last year. We are Jared and Jennifer Johnson. We own Platinum Pest and Lawn and are located in Owasso, Oklahoma. And we have been working with Thrive for business coaching for almost a year now.
Yeah. So what we want to do is we want to share some wins with you guys that we've had by working with Thrive. First of all, we're on the top page of Google now. Okay. I just want to let you know what type of accomplishment this is. Our competition, Orkin, Terminex, they're both $1.3 billion companies. They both have 2,000 to 3,000 pages of content attached to their website. So to basically go from virtually non-existent on Google to up on the top page is really saying something. But that's come by being diligent to the systems that Thrive has, by being consistent and diligent on doing podcasts and staying on top of those podcasts to really help with getting up on with their listing and our ranking there with Google.
And also we've been trying to get Google reviews, asking our customers for reviews. And now we're the highest rated and most reviewed pest and lawn company in the Tulsa area. And that's really helped with our conversion rate. And the number of new customers that we've had is up 411% over last year.
Wait, say that again. How much are we up?
411%.
Okay, so 411% we're up with our new customers. Amazing.
Right. So not only do we have more customers calling in, we're able to close those deals at a much higher rate than we were before. Right now our closing rate is about 85%, and that's largely due to, first of all, like our Google reviews that we've gotten people really see that our customers are happy, but also we have a script that we follow. And so when customers call in, they get all the information that they need. That script has been refined time and time again. It wasn't a one and done deal. It was a system that we followed with Thrive in the refining process, and that has obviously the 411% shows that system works.
Yeah. So here's a big one for you. So last week alone, our booking percentage was 91%. We actually booked more deals, more new customers last year than we did the first 5 months. Or I'm sorry, we booked more deals last week than we did the first 5 months of last year from before we worked with Thrive. So again, we booked more deals last week than the first 5 months of last year. And it's incredible. But the reason why we have that success is by implementing the systems that Thrive has taught us and helped us out with. So.
Some of those systems that we've implemented are group interviews. That way we've really been able to come up with a really great team. We've created and implemented checklists. That way everything gets done and it gets done right. It creates accountability. We're able to make sure that everything gets done properly, both out in the field and also in our office. And also doing the podcast, like Jared had mentioned, that has really, really contributed to our success. But that, like I said, the diligence and consistency in doing those and that system has really, really been a big blessing in our lives. And also, it's really shown that we've gotten the success from following those systems.
Yeah. So before working with Thrive, we were basically stuck. Really no new growth with our business. And we were in a rut, and we didn't know.
The last 3 years, our customer base had pretty much stayed the same. We weren't shrinking, but we weren't really growing either.
Yeah, and so we didn't really know where to go, what to do, how to get out of this rut that we're in. But Thrive helped us with that. They implemented those systems. They taught us those systems. They taught us the knowledge that we needed in order to succeed. Now it's been a grind. Absolutely, it's been a grind this last year. But we're getting those fruits from that hard work and the diligent effort that we're able to put into it. So again, we were in a rut. Thrive helped us get out of that rut. And if you're thinking about working with Thrive, quit thinking about it and just do it. Do the action, and you'll get the results. It will take hard work and discipline, but that's what it's going to take in order to really succeed. So we just want to give a big shout out to Thrive, a big thank you out there to Thrive. We wouldn't be where we're at now without their help.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mark Moore. I'm a pediatric dentist. Through our new digital marketing plan, we have seen a marked increase in the number of new patients that we're seeing every month, year over year. 1 month, for example, we went from 110 new patients the previous year to over 180 new patients in the same month. And overall, our average is running about 40 to 42% increase month over month, year over year. The group of people required to implement our new digital marketing plan is immense, starting with a business coach, videographers, photographers, web designers. Back when I graduated dental school in 1985, nobody advertised. The only marketing that was ethically allowed in everybody's eyes was mouth-to-mouth marketing. By choosing to use the services, you're choosing to use a proven turnkey marketing and coaching system that will grow your practice and get you the results that you're looking for. I went to the University of Oklahoma College of Dentistry, graduated in 1983, and then I did my pediatric dental residency at Baylor College of Dentistry from 1983 to 1985.
Hello, my name is Charles Kolaw with Kolaw Fitness. Today I want to tell you a little bit about Clay Clark and how I know Clay Clark. Clay Clark has been my business coach since 2017. He's helped us grow from 2 locations to now 6 locations. We're planning to do 7 locations in 7 years and then franchise. And Clay has done a great job of helping us navigate anything that has to do with like running the business, building the systems, the checklists, the workflows, the audits, how to navigate lease agreements, how to buy property, how to work with brokers and builders. This guy is just amazing. He's this kind of guy has worked in every single industry. He's written books with like Lee Cockrell, head of Disney, with the 40,000 cast members. He's friends with like Mike Lindell. He does Reawaken America tours where he does these tours all across the country where 10,000 or more people show up to some of these tours. On the day-to-day, he does anywhere from about 160 companies. He's at the top. He has a team of business coaches, videographers, and graphic designers and web developers, and they run 160 companies every single week. So think of this guy with a team of business coaches running 160 companies. So in the weekly, he's running 160 companies. Every 6 to 8 weeks, he's doing Reawaken America tours. Every 6 to 8 weeks, he's also doing business conferences where 200 people show up, and he teaches people a 13-step proven system that he's done and worked with billionaires, helping them grow their companies. So I've seen guys from startups go from startup to being multimillionaires, teaching people how to get time freedom and financial freedom through the system. Critical thinking, document creation, putting it into organizing everything in their head to building into a franchisable, scalable business. Like one of his businesses has like 500 franchises. That's just one of the companies or brands that he works with. So amazing guy, Elon Musk kind of like smart guy. He kind of comes off sometimes as socially awkward, but he's so brilliant and he's taught me so much. When I say that, like Clay is like, he doesn't care what people think when you're talking to him. He cares about where you're going in your life and where he can get you to go. And that's what I like most about him. He's like a good coach. A coach isn't just making you feel good all the time. A coach is actually helping you get to the best you. And Clay has been an amazing business coach. Through the course of that, we became friends. I was really most impressed with him is when I was shadowing him one time. We went into a business deal and listened to it. I got to shadow and listen to it. And when we walked out, I knew that he could make millions on the deal. And they were super excited about working with him. And he told me, he's like, I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to turn it down, because he knew it was going to harm the common good of people in the long run. And the guy's integrity just really wowed me. It brought tears to my eyes to see that this guy, his highest desire was to do what's right. And anyways, just an amazing man. So anyways, impacted me a lot. He's helped navigate anytime I've got nervous or worried about how to run the company, or navigating competition and an economy that's like, I remember we got closed down for 3 months. He helped us navigate on how to stay open, how to get back open, how to just survive through all the COVID shutdowns, lockdowns.
I'm Rachel with Tip Top Canine, and we just want to give a huge thank you to Clay and Vanessa Clark.
Hey guys, I'm Ryan with Tip Top Canine. Just want to say a big thank you to Thrive 15. Thank you to Make Your Life Epic. We love you guys, we appreciate you, and really just appreciate how far you've taken us. This is our old house, right? This is where we used to live a few years ago. This is our old neighborhood. As you can see, it's nice, right? So this is my old van and our old school marketing, and this is our old team. And by team, I mean it's me and another guy.
This is our new house with our new neighborhood.
This is our new van with our new marketing, and this is our new team. We went from 4 to 14, and I took this beautiful photo. We worked with several different business coaches in the past, and they were all about helping Ryan sell better and just teaching sales, which is awesome, but Ryan is a really great salesman. So we didn't need that. We needed somebody to help us get everything that was in his head out into systems, into manuals and scripts, and actually build a team. So now that we have systems in place, we've gone from 1 to 10 locations in only a year.
In October 2016, we grossed 13 grand for the whole month. Right now it's 2018, the month of October. It's only the 22nd. We've already grossed a little over 50 grand for the whole month, and we still have time to go. We're just thankful for you, thankful for Thrive and your mentorship, and we're really thankful that you guys have helped us to grow a business that we run now instead of the business running us. Just thank you times 1,000.
The Thrive Time Show 2-day interactive business workshops are the highest and most reviewed business workshops on the planet.
You can learn the proven 13-point business systems that Dr. Zellner and I have used over and over to start and grow successful companies. I mean, we get into the specific steps on what you need to do to optimize your website. We're going to teach you how to fix your conversion rate. We're going to teach you how to do a social media marketing campaign that works. How do you raise capital? How do you get a small business loan? We teach you everything you need to know here during a 2-day, 15-hour workshop. It's all here for you. You work every day in your business, but for 2 days you can escape and work on your business and build these proven systems so now you can have a successful company that will produce both the time freedom and the financial freedom that you deserve. You're going to leave energized, motivated, but you're also going to leave empowered. The reason why I've built these workshops is because as an entrepreneur, I always wish that I had this. And because there wasn't anything like this, I would go to these motivational seminars, no money down, real estate, Ponzi scheme, get motivated seminars, and they would never teach me anything. It was like you went there and you paid for the big chocolate Easter bunny, but inside of it, it was a hollow nothingness. And I wanted the knowledge, and they're like, oh, but we'll teach you the knowledge after our next workshop. And the great thing is we have nothing to upsell. At every workshop, we teach you what you need to know. There's no one in the back of the room trying to sell you some next big get-rich-quick, walk-on-hot coals product. It's literally, we teach you the brass tacks, the specific stuff that you need to know to learn how to start and grow a business. And I encourage you to not believe what I'm saying, and I want you to Google the Z66 auto auction. I want you to Google elephant in the room. Look at Robert Zellner and Associates. Look him up. and say, are they successful because they're geniuses, or are they successful because they have a proven system? When you do that research, you will discover that the same systems that we use in our own business can be used in your business. Come to Tulsa, book a ticket, and I guarantee you it's going to be the best business workshop ever, and we'll even give you your money back if you don't love it. We've built this facility for you, and we're excited to see you.
Hey, I'm Ryan Wimpy with Tip Top Canine, and I'm the founder.
I'm Rachel Wimpy, and I am a co-founder.
So we've been running Tip Top for about the last 14 years, franchising for the last 3-4 years. So someone that'd be a good fit for Tip Top loves dogs, they're high energy, they want to be able to own their own job, but they don't want to worry about, that high failure rate. They want to do that like bowling with bumper lanes.
So you give us a call, reach out to us, we'll call you, and then we'll send you an FDD, look over that, read it, fall asleep to it, it's very boring, and then we'll book a discovery day, and you come and you can spend a day or two with us, make sure that you actually like it, make sure training dogs is something that you want to do.
So an FDD is a franchise disclosure document. It's a federally regulated document that goes into all the nitty-gritty details of what the franchise agreement entails.
So who would be a good fit to buy a Tip Top Canine would be somebody who loves dogs, who wants to work with dogs all day as their profession. You'll make a lot of money, you'll have a lot of fun, it's very rewarding. And who would not be a good fit is a cat person.
So the upfront cost for Tip Top is $43,000. And a lot of people say they're generating doctor money, but on our disclosure, the numbers are anywhere from over $1 million a year in dog training, what our Oklahoma City location did last year, to 25, 35 grand a month.
To train and get trained by us for Tip Top Canine, to run your own Tip Top Canine, you would be with us for 6 weeks here in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
So we've been married for 7 years.
8 years.
8 years. So if you're watching this video, you're like, hey, maybe I want to be a dog trainer. Hey, that one sounds super amazing. Go to our website, tiptopcanine.com, click on the yellow franchising tab, fill out the form, and Rachel and I will give you a call. Our Oklahoma City location last year, they did over $1 million. He's been running that shop for 3 years. Before, he was a youth pastor with 0 sales experience, 0 dog training experience before he ever met with us.
So just call us, come spend a day with us, spend a couple days with us, make sure you like training dogs, and own your own business.
Well, the biggest reason to buy a Tip Top Canine is so you own your own job and you own your own future, and you don't hate your life. You get an enjoyable job that brings a lot of income but is really rewarding.
My name is Seth Flint, and I had originally heard about Tip Top Canine through my old pastors who I worked for. They trained their Great Pyrenees with Ryan and Tip Top Canine. They did a phenomenal job and became really good friends with Ryan and Rachel. I was working at a local church, and it was a great experience. I ended up leaving there and working with Ryan and Tip Top Canine. The biggest thing that I really enjoy about being self-employed is that I can create my own schedule. I have the ability to spend more time with my family, my wife and my daughter. So my very favorite thing about training dogs with Tip Top Canine is that I get to work with the people. Obviously, I love working with dogs, but it's just so rewarding to be able to train a dog that had serious issues, whether it's behavioral or whatever, and seeing a transformation, taking that dog home, and mom and dad are literally in tears because of how happy they are with the training. If somebody is interested, I'd say don't hesitate. Make sure you like dogs. Make sure that you enjoy working with people, because we're not just dog trainers. We are customer service people that help dogs, and so definitely don't hesitate. Just come in and ask questions. Ask all the questions you have.